Good afternoon.
How are you, Betty?
Yes, we're doing great.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're glad you're here with us. And I'm Steve Anderson with Work Camper News, and we are here to introduce you to Mike and Betty Gill. And they are our new ambassador coaches, and we are so thrilled to have them. And I know you're going to be also. So without a lot of further ado, I'm pretty much going to turn this show over to Mike and Betty and say, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. What an opportunity, and hello to all of our ambassadors. And we are in was sunny Louisiana, but I've just looked out the window here and it's gotten cloudy. But we are blessed to be here with you today, and we are so thankful for this opportunity. And so we just want you to kick back and relax for a few minutes. Of course, now I have to start off with an apology to all of you that I kind of apparently was a little bit over anxious about our debut webinar today whenever you got, I think, multiple invitations to today's event. So thank you so much to those of you that shot me an email and said, did you know? And thank you so much for that, and for hopefully it was not a lot of inconvenience for you, but that just shows you the excitement that we have in the opportunities that have come about as us having the opportunity of being your lifestyle ambassador coaches. Communication, that's what we're here for, but the main thing is it is teamwork, guys. We're depending on each one of you to take this journey and enjoy this journey with us. We are still learning every day, but we were in the corporate world for 40 years, and I tell Mike all the time, I said, we worked for 40 years and we're playing now, and we want this to be fun. We're just going back to the basics, and while we're doing that, we want to just get back into the support and education. And should you want to pull this webinar up later, it is being recorded, and so for your convenience, we will have that available in the next few days. And I think if I remember correctly, we'll actually shoot you an email to let you know that. So we've got a lot of great opportunities here today, and as you see, it is strictly, we are welcoming each one of you to our team. And today, some of the things that we are going to be discussing are, and oops, Jody, it won't let me advance. So let's see, I'm sure that's something that I'm doing on my end. Steve, if you are there, it's not letting me advance my PowerPoint. Apologize.
Click back on the PowerPoint program on your screen, maybe, and then can you use the arrow keys?
Okay. Bear with us. As I said, we are
technical difficulty.
We are in live mode here. So let's see, because of course, everything worked whenever we were setting it up. How that goes. Let's see. And I am pulling up my program again. And let's see. We may have to deal with my screen showing here, and if so, that's just what we will do. So bear with me one moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is what we're going to have. So we are going to, and let me get my camera back up. Let's see if it will come. And as I said, we are learning something new every day. Today, we're going to be discussing the income possibilities that we have. And while we're out there, all of us have a story. And we and what we have done and what we found out when we learned about the ambassador program is we were already doing that every day, and while we were sharing our stories with everybody that we met. So we want to talk about the income opportunities that are here for us. Like I said, we're going back to the basics. So the materials that we need to do that, Mike's got some great ideas for some tips for quick links when we're out there visiting with our prospective work campers and businesses. We're going to talk about developing a quality work camper program for our businesses. And Mike's got a couple of great stories of some that he has just recently set up, and some tax advantages that have worked for us. So that's in what we're going to be discussing today. So here we go.
All right, my name is Mike, and I do want to say before I get started, this whole presentation was put together by Betty over the last week, 24 hours a day, and told her last night, it was after midnight, I says, I want my wife back after 2:30 today. So we are having fun. We've been having fun. We've been on the road 6 years now as work campers, and 4 years as ambassadors. And as she said, at the point it becomes not fun, we're just going to look somewhere else, you know, but we don't see that happening. And we've had the opportunity to work with Steve in Work Camper News and National RV Training Academy and some of our work camping ventures, and just love them to death. But we felt like that we wanted to go back to the basics and remind everyone what their commissions are. And I'm sure none of us is in it for the money. But it sure helps to pay for the gas, the diesel, the campground that's going down the road. And it can be as much or as little as you want. Whereas the sales that I was in 41 years ago in management, we had quotas and we had things that we had to meet on the monthly. That is not the program that we're presenting to anyone. Here is when I would call you tomorrow and say you didn't meet your quota this week. We're all retired. We're traveling. Well, it's a lifestyle that we enjoy, and they pay us to do it. And this is what's been remarkable with Betty and I over the last 6 years. I was going to work till age 65, and at the age of 58, when we found work camping, we said we didn't need to work. We need to go play, and they'll pay us to do it. And we actually feel like that's what we're doing. But let's revisit the commission scale on the work camper, the ambassador program. There is a work camper diamond membership. That's the $47. You're going to earn a $10 commission on any one of those that sign up for that plan. Platinum is $67, and we are platinum members. It's only $20 difference. I think in the next couple of years, just about everybody's going to want to be platinums. It's going to be that program's going to be brought so much more forward and so much more advantages, and that's a $15 commission. The Work Camper News Employer Gold membership, whereas they pay $97 and you get $50 commission. So that is what I call a heap commission, whereas you get a good bit on that, and that's the campgrounds and the theme parks, anyone that is wanting to use work campers as workers. And we're going to talk about the presentation of those on in the slides later on. And you're going to forward me to the next one. Yeah, absolutely. Advertising. This is something that we weren't a lot familiar with till we started looking on the Work Camper News website, and there is a wealth of information. I did post a video about the advertising on the Facebook, the Ambassador Facebook site, but you get a 25% commission on their advertising once you have set up the employer membership. And I received a check today, and it was $197, and just the membership would only pay $50, but with the advertisement, I was able to make almost $200 on that one sale. And so we're going to be doing some more training about the advertising on what's available for you to present to the work camper employer to make it easier, and some quick links. We're going to talk about that today. Back when I played basketball, I told Steve the other day, my coach kept saying kiss, 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 and we didn't know what he was talking about, and he explained it. He's keep it simple, stupid, and that's why our plays was either 1, 2, 3, and so we're going to adopt it for the training. You either push 1, 2, 3, and you sign them up, and we're going to show you how to do that later on in the slide presentation. And this is one that's really close to my heart. RV maintenance, the National RV Training Academy. When we started 6 years ago and went to the rendezvous, I knew that I had to attend the maintenance course. If we're going to be on the road, we had put our house up for sale, I could not wait on an RV dealer to come to me or to take it to, because this is our home that we're living in. And I took that maintenance course, and I have in the last 6 years repaired everything on my motorhome except the rear end that had the oil leak. And I had to take it to a shop because I had to put it on a lift. And but that has been a blessing to us. And since I took the course 6 years ago, they've come out with the RV Maintenance in the Box Home Study course. Now, this is where I want us to really concentrate. This is where we're able to make some good commission. We were in San Antonio first part of January, and we sold 6 of these kits, and it's at $158 each. And what we're going to make available to you, and I've talked to Steve, and is we want you to have these kits in hand, or that RV Maintenance in a Box. We feel like that if someone takes the home study course, and this is the exact course that I took when I was down in Destin, Florida, and same workbooks and everything. It cost me $1,600. It's going to cost them $397. And when they get through with that course, if they want to go and sit for another class, they're going to give, NRVTA is going to give them a $300 credit toward that course. So they really got their home study course free. But if you have not taken an RV maintenance course, I want to challenge you. We're gonna make these available to ambassadors at a wholesale price. That's less your commission. So you're gonna get these for $238. You could take the course yourself and then go turn around and sell it for $397 and make that commission. And we're going to make it available where you can order 2 of those. We're limited on the supply right now, so we're going to limit 2 of them to start with. And you can send us an email that you are interested in getting that started. And Betty and I will be in touch with Evada and make arrangements. We haven't set up a link yet to where you can just go and order that at the wholesale price. Right now, you can go and you sign up the $397 prices there. So that's something we're working on. But some of the biggest commission that's going to pay for the gas, the diesel, and everything that you're going to want to pay for is going to be coming from the maintenance home study course. And we were in San Antonio fixing to check out of the KOA, and I went and ate breakfast with these 2 work campers, and this was their first work camping thing, and started telling them what I did. And I mentioned to them about the maintenance course in a box. So while I was eating breakfast, I did a membership on them, and I sold them the maintenance in a box there. And that was the last one we had because we had already sold 5 that week. And came back, and it well paid for my breakfast that morning. So recruiting other ambassadors, and then we'd be doing that from work campers, or once we sign up someone as a work camper, or we'll introduce the ambassador program. It was a no-brainer for us whenever Steve sent us the email out introducing the ambassador program. We were already doing the ambassador program for free, and then Steve sent out an email saying that he would pay us to do that now. So we signed up for it instantly, and we're going to also talk about some of the tax advantages of that program also. Next slide. What promotional materials do you need? This is very important. Betty and I, we were traveling last week and run across an ambassador, and they pulled their kits out, and they had some old material. In other words, they had not, maybe hadn't been active or whatever. And I started separating it out, and then I ended up giving them one of our kits that had all the update material. So first thing you do, if you have been inactive for a while, is to contact the home office, Dana, all the ladies there in Heber Springs, Arkansas, and make sure you've got the correct kit with everything in it to make your presentation. And business cards, we have handed out over 1,500 cards in 5 years. We keep cards on us all the time. Betty keeps them in her purse. I keep them in my wallet. We keep them in my truck. We keep them in the RV. And if you don't have the kit or any other thing, at least you can give them a business card to where they can get back in touch with you. Presentation pocket folders. This is something that we've taken from the ambassador kit, and we've taken and we've made folders for an work camper employer and a work camper owners, and we have those presentations broken out in a folder. And then when I sit down with someone, Betty and I, to explain what it is that we do. We take those individual folders out and explain each one of them. And then the AFrame sign, this is probably the biggest thing that we have going for us. This sign goes in front of our motorhome, and I think we got a picture coming up in front of our motorhome every campground we go to. And that's also part of our tax planning with our CPA. And anything I say about taxes, you need to be sure you go back to your accountant, your CPA, and let him verify what you're doing and everything. Mark Kohler is #1. He's the one we met at Rendezvous, and we took everything that Mark Kohler gave us back to our CPA, and they said it was legal. So we started doing it. Mark gets a little bit more excited than what I said. That nothing can be that excited when it comes to taxes, but when you're a tax deduction, it is. So and this is the kit that we put together here. We have the Work Camper Employer, and then we have the Work Camper kit, and we have each of the flyers. In the Work Camper, we have the first flyer in the front. It's going to be the membership. That's going to be the diamond and platinum. I take that out, and we take that out, and we'll explain that membership to them, and then we go to the National RV Training Academy thing. And the last one is the one that talks about the home study course. And I just give them a personal testimony, and there's no doubt I have saved over $5,000 in maintenance repair to my motorhome. When we bought the motorhome in 2016, we was at the RV show in Tampa, Florida. We traded our Georgetown, and did not buy an extended warranty. Whereas my extended warranty is the RV tech courses that I take at National RV Training Academy. And I'm continuing to take 1 or 2 a year, and I've got about 2 more left, and I'll be done going through all the courses. And it just gives us a peace of mind as we're traveling that we can not only take care of our RV, but we also can help our friends and neighbors and the campgrounds we work at. When they find out that there's some things that I can do as an RV tech or as an RV inspector, I am a certified RV inspector, it's not hard to get a job. And we've got a waiting list for his campgrounds that we've told them that we will eventually end up there, and we're just trying to get it on our schedule. So this is what the folder looks like. And that's what the folder looks like. It's got your card information there on the front. On the left side, we always put the information about whether it's a Work Camper Employer or a Work Camper, and then we always include that magazine. Now, a lot of times when we're out there, Betty will go through and fold down in that magazine. She'll fold down the membership page and the rendezvous page. Those are the 2 things that rocked our world. It changed our life. The rendezvous literally changed our life. We were not headed in this direction. We were going to retire. I was going to work on a farm, plant a garden, and raise chickens. And this is as far from that. And I thank God that we found Steve Anderson at Work Camper News. And this is our card that we had printed up. It's been 6 years ago now, and we're in the process of changing this card. It's got the ambassador logo on it, but down there where it's got the AMB 143, that's our code. It says Work Camper News. We're going to put, what are we going to put there? Referral code. The biggest thing that we have got to overcome as ambassadors is getting our referral code when someone signs up in that computer to where we can get paid. And Steve is we're working on trying to do that better. But if they don't put that code down there, there's no way for the office in Heber Springs to know that you referred them. So we need to start calling a referral code, because if you hand that card to someone, they're not going to know what an AMB 143 is. So we're going to put referral code beside that number. And then that says, oh, that's so Mike and Betty can get credit for this. And we think that's going to help communicate. The best thing is to sign them up. And we're going to show you some quick links that has helped us. We have bypassed the website. The websites are all great and good. It's just, I don't want to see all that information when I just want to sign up a membership. I want a link for a membership. If I want to sign up for a home study course, I want a link for a home study course. And we're working with Jody and with some more quick links on the RVing network.
And also, if you want to pull in your the logos, the various logos that Work Camper News has available, you can go to the RVing network .com, and there is a link there that has the actual logos there, so you can pull it not only there, but also this is our A-frame sign. And as you can see that we've got the ambassador logo on it. So that's where you can get the information. And also on that same site is a link that is in process or in progress right now to actually order the A-frame and get some information on ordering that. So that is something that the home office right now is working on to assist the ambassadors in getting the A-frame. And it's amazing the attention getter that it is. And Mike gets a lot of neat questions, and we've gotten to meet a lot of neat people just by having that sign out in front of our motorhome.
And let me just say a little bit more on the sign. We're in the process of changing one of the sides of our sign. That sign is normally yours where people are walking one way, they see one side, and they walk the other way, they're seeing the other side. So they would see, so we're going to go with two different types of advertising, and we're going to promote more of the NRVTA and Work Camper News on one side, more information about earning pay as we come. And Jody's working on some things that we can put on those signs, but that's a walking billboard right there, and our CPA loves it. He said anytime you're outside taking a picture of y'all, if you can get that sign in there in case we need it one day to let them know that you were working at all these campgrounds when y'all visit the East Coast. Last year we were in 20 states in 30 days, and that sign was in every campground across the East Coast, and which makes us pretty much 100% tax deductible on everything we do. And there again, talk to your CPA about what you can deduct. We still own our home, so our motorhome is completely depreciated and everything, and we're fixing to downsize. We do have it for sale, but we'll be building an RV barn dominium is what we call it, So,
and one thing too that Steve reminds us of, this is not a time to go in there and put it out front and then beg for forgiveness later when you're in any of the RV parks that you happen to be in. Always talk to management, and Mike uses that requesting permission as a gateway to find out, number one, does the business hire work campers, and number two, are they interested in it? So he has had some good conversations with some owners of the RV parks in educating them, and then at the same time getting permission to put the sign out. So it's a great little item to have. It says it is.
Okay. I definitely agree with that. Whereas the campgrounds, when we get there to check in, I ask if the manager or the owner is in, and normally I'll speak to a manager. A lot of times the owners are not there. And I said, I just want to take a minute and just explain what we do as we travel. And I tell them that we are work campers, and we are also ambassadors for the lifestyle. And that part of what we do is we promote work camping, and we do it through Work Camper News. And I'll pull out an employer packet and go through an employer packet with them. And I ask them, first thing we ask them when we get there is, do they use work campers? And it's either a yes or a no. And then I love that part on the employer thing that talks about what they're getting when they hire a work camper as compared to when they hire an employee in that area. And they're getting a trained workforce, and that's why we are so popular, and that's why it's going to get more popular. Jobs is not a problem. You just need to figure out where you want to travel and plug it in for how many hours you want to get paid to pay for that trip. So where are we at now?
All right, tips for quick on the spot registration.
Okay. This is something that when I started searching the website, and the websites are awesome. It's just that if you hadn't educated yourself with the website, I encourage you every chance you get there, the education, the videos, the books, everything. They have done a tremendous job at Work Camper News putting those. But whenever it came to where we wanted to make a membership with someone or sell a home study course, I just could not go through that website to find it, or it was sitting there spinning or whatever. So what we did, you got on your iPad or on your iPhone, there's a thing called Notes, and on a separate note of words, we have listed these, and the first thing I had put in there is the RV Tech schedule, and that's all the RV Tech courses that are being given at National RV Training Academy in 2020. And the next thing is the Ambassador RV Network. This is going to be the website that us as ambassadors will be able to get all the information that we need as an ambassador, and it is in the growing stage right now. Jody is doing, and Luke is doing an excellent job of getting that, and you're going to start seeing where you'll use that site most probably 99% of the time. Then I've got the home study course after that, and all that good. Whereas if I'm talking about the home study course and I hit that link on Notes, it takes me right to sign up. Whereas all I do is input their information, get their credit card information, and click, and it's into where it needs to go to get that order in. Same thing was when we go down to the National RV Training Academy, all those other maintenance courses, those advanced courses is another link. Work Camper News by itself is a link. That website is a link in that notebook for us. And then the Work Camper, I put Work Camper News employee. I know it's not employee, but I had to separate that out from employer. But that's the Work Camper membership. If I click on that link in our iPhone or on our iPad, it takes us straight to the membership. Where you choose the gold, platinum, diamond, and you click pay, and it's done. Now, so far, what we've done, most of people that we've seen was I'll click the link and I'll ask them I said, type in how do you want to receive this? And they said, well, I want it as a text message. And I'll hand my phone to them. They'll type in their number, and I said, go ahead and press send. And then with their phone there, click, it goes straight to their phone. I said, now go ahead and fill out that information and press send, and you'll be a member. I just think if the number one way of getting credit is if we do it ourselves, and that's something that we're going to start doing more of. Whereas it doesn't take very long when you got a quick link to sign them up for that membership. Because we've had some people that were excited when they left our RV. Well, that is something I'm going to do. And we've never heard from it. Well, we don't know if they forgot to put our ambassador code on it, or we don't know if they just lost interest. But we're going to get that $47 before they leave our RV, pretty much for now, because we got a quick link to do that. Okay, business. When we went to the rendezvous, whereas I was self-employed, independent contractor with the insurance industry, in which means I was 1099 for everything, and I wrote everything off. And whenever we got there, Steve went through the business part of being a work camper and traveling America, that lifestyle. I knew we had to set up a business. And the RV maintenance course is what really drew me in, and then becoming a certified RV inspector made me self-employed, and made us self-employed as we travel. And we carried all that back to the CPA, and basically what he told us was to bring him all the receipts and for us to travel and let him do the taxes. And that's what's been happening. And the savings on taxes is bigger than what we've been making on income. Whereas and of course you've got to make income. You can't write everything off and have all your losses over a period of 5 years, and then you're going to be pulled into an audit. It has to be a money-making thing. And when we combine all our businesses together, Betty's gotten into the essential oils. We got into that 2 years ago up in Tennessee, and we've added that to our sign. Essential oils is something that she talks about that. That's self-employed again, whether you set up an LLC or just become a sole proprietor. And that's something you need to talk to about with your accountant. And I know it sounds like that we're doing a lot, but believe me, what we're doing takes just an hour or two a day to talk to someone about what it is that we're doing. And we do work camp as we travel, even though we have our self-employment business with us. We've been at Dollywood for 4 years. We have a contractor starting in March. We're going back to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and we're going to be working for a campground that we stayed there when we were working at Dollywood. And I met with the owners. This is a big campground, got 350-something hookups, swimming pools, lazy river, rec center, car wash, deli, a restaurant. and they have never used work campers. So we introduced them to work campers back in November as we was traveling, was able to sit down with all the owners. They got really excited. So we're going to work for them as a work camper in March, but more importantly, to help set up the work camping program for them. And the business part is very relevant to what we do. And where we're at.
Business folder.
Okay, that's the business folder. That's what I gave the campground when I met with him in November, and put that out, and went through the program. Whereas as far as whereas your hiring stress, whereas and talking about increasing his bottom line, whereas I was able to show him where hiring a work camper. And it's not taking advantage of a work camper, whereas we're looking for those free sites, or whereas way Betty and I are, we won't work for over 24 hours a week for the site. That's pretty much when I put a pencil to it, the value of what we're giving them and what we're getting back. That's what we've placed on it. And you got probably the average is 20 hours per couple. But at the campground in March, we're going to be working 2 half days a week to have a free site. And try to find a campsite in the Smoky Mountains. Good luck. They're getting very expensive and they're hard to find. So we feel like we're getting a good value there. And but I was able to show him by hiring a work camper instead of they don't have enough workers, so it's not even an option. Then they're gonna have to go to work campers. But it was a savings of about $600 a month per employee by having a work camper and swapping a site out than it was going paying someone $10 to $12 an hour as an employee. And so they're looking, I think they'll end up hiring probably 20 couples as work campers in that area. And if it's something you're interested in, of course, you can email us and we'll put you, and they've already bought advertisement and membership, so they're part of Work Camper News.
And like Mike had mentioned earlier, we have got to get into a better mode when we're out there speaking with prospective work campers and prospective businesses about using the ambassador referral code. So be sure on, and I didn't ask Dana this, but I'm pretty sure still in your work camper ambassador kit, they actually had the number on little stickers that you could put on your various materials. So one thing that we do if we're just giving out a magazine, we'll staple one of our business cards to it. And we've given out probably 1,500 business cards in the last 5 years. We have shared our business card with at least 1,500 times with various people that we have, prospective work campers and prospective businesses as we travel, because we are so excited about this lifestyle. We want everybody to know about it. And we feel like they've got a card in the hand and our code is on there, and that they would be more apt to getting back, either back in touch with us or using that, and use it for everything, for anything to do with Work Camper News, RV and Lifestyle, and the NRVTA products, because that is your key there again, back to the income that we had talked about in the beginning from the commission. So remember your ambassador referral code.
And use that name referral code. Words, I just think when we say AMB143, but more than once in your talk with the people that you're explaining your lifestyle. And Betty was talking about that. I had to almost laugh. We've had people that will tell them what we do. We're work campers and we travel, and we do this, and they'll look at it and they say, "I'm retired. I don't want to work." But it's a misinformation, really. I mean, because we did work for 40 years. We worked hard, and we're in a different lifestyle now. We're in a different occupation. Whereas Dollywood, or whereas I could cook 12 hours, and I love to cook, or whereas, and I'd be over a grill 12 hours a day doing cook demonstrations, and I was having fun, whereas, and Betty was selling all my food that I had put Louisiana seasoning into. So, and my boss caught me, but we got that corrected.
He got that corrected.
talking about tax advantages again, was Mark Kohler, Steve, Work Camper News has information. Mark Kohler has got all kind of information about building a small business, about taxes that's free. It's out there, whether you go to YouTube or whatever. If you haven't been to Rendezvous, we went back again last year for the second time. We're going, but I don't think we're going to miss a year now. We've got October, third week in October blocked off our calendars, and we're not doing work camping during that time to where we can be at Rendezvous and meet the other 300 RV or dreamers that are coming in that want to do what we do, you know. But the tax advantages of having a small business, I don't ever see us wanting to just travel and not have the advantages of the business and the tax deductions, and because it just makes that much more money that we're not sending off for Sam, that we are going and taking and going doing the canoe trips, and we're doing the bike trips, and we're, you know, all the other stuff that we're having to pay for as we're going. The tax savings is paying for that. And you know, whereas because we own our own home, the new motorhome that we bought, the tax savings paid for the motorhome. And it was big. It was big. We didn't see upgrading until the house sold, and we were able to do it through some of the tax advantages. So be sure to look at the small business.
All righty. So in closing, we have got an incredible work camper staff there at Heber Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get and remember anything out of today with our time together, remember these names and numbers, and of course, and inside of the Work Camper magazine, they've got a listing of all the ladies there. And just like Mike tells everybody, you call there, you get to talk to a live person. And so be sure and take advantage of utilizing them. You're going to note on there that Facebook, one of our key ways of communication that we see that we can share ideas and share successes is on the Work Camper RV and Lifestyle Ambassador Facebook page. And Mike has how many?
We have over 120 on there now, and that's really growing. There's about 255 plus ambassadors. But I call the Facebook page a wow moment, in words. And what we want you to do as ambassadors, we want you to post on there. There's things that are going, that are happening, that are good. That I had this just to happen. I sold 10 home study courses, and let all the other ambassadors and let us know about what's going on. And while we're talking about that, or is any ideas, this is a work in progress. So Steve had talked to us last year and asked if we would be interested in becoming coaches, and that's something we had not even thought about. And so it's just like whenever we were sharing with people about being work campers, we wanted people to enjoy the lifestyle that we had found, and that's why we shared it with them. And then Steve decided to pay us to do that as ambassadors. And so you know, it's just a great thing. And but the Facebook, if you don't know, where our grandchildren set us up a long time ago. And so if you don't know anything about Facebook, go to your 10-year-old grandchildren or whatever and let them set you up. You don't have to accept any friends, except go to Work Camper RV and Lifestyle Ambassador. Click on there, and then once we see that you've asked to join, and Dana has verified that you are a Work Camper Lifestyle Ambassador, you will be on that site. And we try to post something every day on that site. You never know what it's going to be. It's just what we get up and we see for that day, or something happened yesterday. We'll be posting on that, and we'll be communicating through Facebook every day, through emails, probably maybe once a week. We don't want, like Betty said, when she sent out that thing on the webinar and it hit everybody 3 or 4 times, we did get some comments back says, if this means I'm going to be getting all these emails, I don't want to be a part of this program. And so bear with us. You know, she's been retired 10 years, and I've been retired 5 years. We had completely got rid of all our computers, our technology. So we had to take a computer that had, I think, Windows 6 or something, and convert it over. And so we're getting to technology. And of course, when I told Steve approached me about me being coach, and I said, this comes with a 2 deal. because Betty's the technology. The only thing I know about technology is you press send when you want to send an email. And other than that, I don't do it, you know. So
it's teamwork. It takes teamwork, but we've got a great, not only us being coaches, but they're on the screen. You've got all the incredible coaches that are listed there and many more behind the scenes. So just contact, and Dana Rose is our main contact there for the ambassador program. She takes care of that. So if you've got any questions or concerns, you've got her email site right there, and she will be ready to take care of your needs. So, Steve,
let me mention one more contact. Whereas Mike and Betty, whereas we are, and I'm serious about this. So whereas I don't sleep, I was raised on a dairy farm. 4 hours of sleep is all I need a night. So if you want to email us at 4 o'clock in the morning, we will be sure to get it. But we're there to help 24. Well, she's pointing at me. She's not going to be awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. Steve Anderson and I are awake because we're communicating with each other at 4 o'clock in the morning. But use us, abuse us, ever how you want to do it. 24 hours a day, we're going to be available as coaches. And we hope that we can make a difference in your life as well as y'all can make a difference in our life. I'm going to give you one more contact. I'm going to give you a cell phone number. It's 985-515-1295. And now, with the robocalls, it's easier for you to text me. I'm in the process of inputting all the ambassadors in our phone contact to where if you do call, your name will pop up and we will answer it immediately. I hadn't got that done yet. That's this week that we're going to do some of that cleanup. So I think, Steve, are you there?
You bet. Great job, guys. Not bad for your first time out of the gate. It's just like riding a bicycle, just got to get on there and do it again with new technology this time.
exactly.
We want to give people the chance to ask questions, and I've got one that has come in so far. And folks, there's a little box. You'll see a little thing that says chat. And if you click on that, that gives a window that you can actually type in a question. And if you fire that in there, I'll be able to read those questions and share them with Mike and Betty, and we'll field those questions for you. We've got a few minutes left here that we can do that. We're going to try and be very cognizant of your hour. We know that everybody has agendas, and when we tell you it's going to be an hour, we try to maintain that. Sometimes we may go over, but you always have the option of dropping off and coming back and seeing the recording, which will be posted by tomorrow. So I have a question already. You guys ready for questions?
We are ready.
Okay. All right. All right. This is from Linda Cross. Linda says, can you tell us more about buying the NRVTA home study kit to sell?
Absolutely. I get them straight from Evada, but if you right now, we feel like we're going to take a lot of orders for kits, so go ahead and just send us an email to mikebetty@rvingnetwork.com that you're interested in the kit. We're going to go ahead and we're letting everyone have the wholesale discount for 2 right now, and we've got some more kits being made, and it's $238 per kit. And once we'll be getting with Steve and Evada how we're going to set up the payment of those kits, and then like we said, once you get that kit, it's yours. You can use it to learn about maintenance, which I highly encourage. I mean, it's just amazing. You're looking at a person that was in the insurance behind a desk that never fixed anything. I paid for the electrician. I paid for the oil change. I service my entire motorhome in January of every year, from the tires all the way up. I do all the oils, filters, and everything just from that home study course. And it is amazing. In other words, understanding the difference between your inverter and your converter. Whereas what makes it click? Okay, my lights are out. What's not working right now? And that's things you're gonna get from that home study course. And if you go take the full hands-on, where you're going to actually climb on top of your RV and inspect it and do everything there. So be sure to reach out to us either by phone that we gave you, or through the the email, and we'll give you that information on how to get those kits.
All right, good job, good job. All right, from Don and Pat, they're giving you kudos, thumbs up, great job, guys.
Love y'all.
All right, next on the list is Sarah, and Sarah says, do you have a checklist as to what you put into each folder that you hand out?
Yes, and it should be on the slide. Whereas the work camper thing is and all this is in the ambassador kit. The first one is the membership, and that's over to the far left. It's got the red and white. It tells you about the diamond and platinum membership. And then in the middle, that's one pamphlet that has about National RV Training Academy. And then the other thing is the home study course. So there's only 3 pamphlets that are on the left side of our packet that we hand out. And then we put a magazine in each one of them. So, and then the business, there's only one pamphlet for the business, and that's Guide to Your Hiring. And it tells that employer everything that you're bringing to them as a work camper, and it gives them some advertising. Also, Terry at Work Camper News, Terry's the one I've been talking to. I had to set up for the one end that I did up in Pigeon Forge, so they will be glad to help you get them. Now, of course, we can't send 1,000 people to the home office to get set up with their advertising, because it's just a matter of clicking on these ads and developing these ads themselves. And that little video that I put on the Facebook site the other day is awesome, and that came out of the library of Work Camper News. And it's explaining to the employer how to do what it is that you need to do to recruit these work campers, and it's through advertising is what it is.
All right, good job. This is from Nancy. Nancy says, please explain the membership gold option. My sheet says $19.95, but the commission is high for that amount.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. We've never sold a gold membership. We start at diamond when we're talking to someone. That gold is going to be, Steve, you may explain a little bit more. It's very limited on what that gold member can get into, whereas as compared to the diamond and the platinum member.
You're right.
We just don't never mention the gold. And yeah, that's the yearly fee. And when you read more into that, you're going to be limited on, and I don't think they get but one issue. Yeah, one issue of the magazine. Whereas, yeah, but I don't think there's no commission on the gold because you're. Oh,
that's correct.
Oh,
that's correct. There is not. I'll chime in on that, Mike.
The employer membership. Yeah, the commission that she's looking at is the Work Camper Employer Gold membership, which is $97, and you're going to get 50. So there is no membership on the Gold Work Campers $19.95. There's no commission on that, and that's it's there. I don't know. Maybe it needs to go away.
It has a purpose, Mike. And
yeah,
they get delayed hotlines. It's really just for the individual that's wanting to get some flavor and doesn't want to jump right in. But it's $19.95, so we don't want to even encourage our ambassadors to promote it. No. Whereas we don't even talk about it. Yeah. All right. Next on the list is Melody. Melody says, how do you get extra magazines to put into the kits? Very easy. You send an email to Dana, and you pay for the freight. There's going to be a cost to get those magazines, but we order them by the case and to get those. But just send an email to Dana at workcamper.com and or call the Work Camper office and just tell them you need some more magazines, and there'll be a fee to get it shipped to you. And that fee, of course, is what type of an expense, Mike? It is an office expense that 100% written off. Don't forget that part. That's right.
You just keep every receipt. I mean, you know, we hand every receipt of what we do from day one travel to the end of December travel, and he gets those receipts, and he goes to work on it, and then he calls us. He says, "I've got some good news. You don't owe anything this year."
That is good news. All right, let's see. Where am I here? Sarah says, "You guys are awesome. Thank you so much." So passing that on.
God bless you.
And Nancy says, "Where can we get the ambassador logo and the Work Camper logo to use on our marketing materials?"
All right, you go to the RVingnetwork.com to that listing, and there is a quick link on there that has from either promotional materials or but they have the logos all on that site. And here again, if you have any questions, go to those ladies at the home office and they'll walk you there. But you're gonna be really utilizing that RVnetwork.com. You're gonna be using that site a lot because there is everything there that we've been able to think of and that to have available at your fingertips. And you're going to find some of it still in process. Like we told you about earlier about the AFrame sign. They're still working on those particulars. But the promotional materials, the logos are there. In fact, I pulled the ambassador logo from there to use on the PowerPoint presentation.
Well, you segued right into the next question, which is from Linda. And Linda says, "When do you think the sign will be available to order?"
And I do not have that answer. I know that that is something that's being worked on, and we'll have to discuss. We've got a local vendor that we purchase ours from, and so that will be a email coming out to you to let you know.
Yeah, and Jody has the information on All Star Graphics has agreed to do all the signs, the people that want it done, and the price they gave us was very, very reasonable for like $160 plus freight. So for less than $200, you'll have the whole sign printed and everything delivered to wherever you want it delivered. And Jody is working on the what's going on those signs as we speak.
So all that's in process.
I don't know if you might want to mention a little bit, Mike, about times that you don't want to have that sign outside.
Yes, we was working when we work at Dollywood, or we work pretty hard. We play hard, and so we just had some busy weeks there, and then I'd get in, and a lot of people knocking on the door. Hey, can you tell us about the work camper? Can you tell us about this? You know, and we were getting exhausted just between our work camping job at Dollywood, and then our work camping jobs at our campgrounds. And there's sometimes you just have to pick the sign up and move it inside just to give yourself a break, because like we said, we don't want this to become work. And I don't even like the word work, whereas because it's not, whereas we ought to call it play camping or something. I don't know, but and we don't want to lead people wrong. Whereas there's times that whatever work camping you're doing, it is going to be sometimes challenging, but it's not what you did for a living, which makes it unchallenging. Now, if I can explain that correctly, whereas we were in charge of people and everything, and had to balance to make sure that they was making $1 million a month and all this. And Betty tells everybody when we left Dollywood and flipped the last burger, we didn't worry about if they made money or not. So it's a different as a work camper than it is as a job career person.
And of course, he says we don't worry about it. We do, because we get it's family. Whenever, no matter where you have the opportunity to work camp, you build relationships, and that's one thing that we have loved about the opportunities that work camping provides us, is to build those relationships. So we're going to give you 110% wherever we are at, from the time we step in to the time we leave. And that's why at Rendezvous, back Steve, maybe 4 years ago, Pam with Amazon was there, and she walked in that conference room where there was 200 or so work campers or prospective work campers, dreamers, as we were sitting there, and her statement first out of her mouth was, "I'll hire every one of you sight unseen on your resumes," because she said the work ethics that you can bring to my young workforce, she said there's no way that I can train that. And that's the value of us. That's the value of ambassadors, of the work campers, is what we have to bring to the table when we have the opportunity to take on these positions all over this incredible United States. So it is our story that we just want everybody to know what is available out there.
All right, I had a note from Dana, says, let Nancy know to check her email. I emailed her the logo before the webinar started, so she's even a step ahead of her having to go to the website. We're going to encourage them to utilize the website, though. That's the reason it's there. It's your resource location to go to. And what she emailed you, Nancy, should be fine, but that's for future reference. All right, don't have any more input. Any other questions before we bring this plane in for a landing? We got a few minutes left here. We'll give a one shot here. We are recording this, and it'll be available as a recording to you. It sounds like I'm getting a little feedback. Can you hear that in the background? No, maybe it's just me. Okay. Technology is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yep.
Nancy says, great job, you guys. We're excited. That's good to hear. Love to hear that. All right, well, bring it in for a landing with some closing comments, if you two would, please.
We just thank you again for being here with us on our debut webinar, and we don't have a set schedule for when the next one will be, because here again we see daily contact via the Facebook page and also our emails. So you will, of course, get notification. And here again, shoot us some ideas, suggestions on what you would like to see, in a webinar. And here again, I'm telling you guys, this is a team effort. It's not our dog and pony show. It's not, Steve and Jody's and Dana's. It is yours. And we're here for support and education. And you shoot us some emails and ideas on what some of the ideas that you have of presentations that you would like to see.
And one thought we thought about with the webinars is actually just letting Betty film me or me film Betty, or whereas if we're at a campground and we're making a presentation to that campground, and just they agree that we could film that and then put that out in the form of a YouTube video or something, to where you can just see how that flow is going. But the main thing is have fun. In other words, we can't imagine anything else than what we're doing right now. I can't imagine going back and having those chickens in that garden like I had planned on. It was on my mind. I already had the land plot already at my dad's farm plotted out. But we're changing people's lifestyles over for the better. And I'm just sitting here thinking about, we live in a town of about 5,000 people, and we probably got at least 10 work campers in this community right now that are doing what we're doing because they saw the lifestyle, and they saw the joy, the happiness that we're having. And of course, Betty tells everybody we see, you better like the person you're with if you're going to be with them 24/24. So we're still honeymooning after 14 years, and so that works for us.
All right, you two. Well, one other last comment from Don and Pat that came in. It says the new website has a ton, capital letters, ton of useful information. It will help make your business even better. So thank you, Don and Pat. We appreciate that.
Great.
Well, all right, you guys, we're going to call this a wrap. We made it through the first one. Hallelujah. Thanks, everybody, for attending. We'll see you down the road.